Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to explain the fundamentals of Death Stranding so that you understand what is going on with this amazing game and what Mr. Kojima is trying to achieve. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First off, let me tell you about the world itself. There's two worlds, being the real world, a world that is divided where most of its population is isolated, where you as Sam Porter Bridges are trying to reconnect everyone by establishing connections to the Bridges and Chiral network. Deliver goods from one place to the other and improve the world by building structures and other helpful items like road signs and supportive additions. And then there's the other world. This is where the dead live. Somehow these two worlds are colliding and the inhabitants of the other world are in the real world as well. Although you cannot see them, they are here. BTs, also known as beached things, are the beings that live in the other world and cannot be seen with the naked eye. They only come out when it rains, and Sam can sense the BT's presence by getting goosebumps all over his body. But he cannot see them, and that's where the BBs get into play. BBs is short for bridge babies. They bridge the gap between the real world and the other world. This goes through their still mothers, meaning their mothers are brain dead, and this is why the mother is in the other world. So the BB is put into an artificial womb while maintaining a connection to their mother. This way they are directly connected to the other world and see BTs. When Sam attaches himself to the incubator and the Odrodeck sensor, he is able to see what the BBs see and able to spot BTs.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs.
In Death Stranding there are three different kinds of BTs. You've got the gazers, and they are floating black beings. They cannot see you, just as you cannot see them. But they can hear you. In order to not be detected, you can sneak and hold your breath. You can only see them through the Odrodeck sensor if you are standing still. Moving will make you lose track of them, and there's also child gazers, which are really small, the same size as a BB, and are harder to spot. Then you also have the hunters. They are the BTs that emerge from the ground and will try to drag you down, and you can see them coming for you by the big orange footprints in the ground and tar starting to appear all around you. Once they catch you, they'll drag you to the catcher. There are several different kinds of catchers. This is a creature made out of antimatter that will try to eat you. If it succeeds, it'll create a void out and leave behind a massive crater able to destroy a whole city. You can do two things when ending up in a fight with one of those powerful creatures. You can either try to run, or you can face it in a fight and try to destroy it. If you win the fight, you'll be able to resume your journey without any further hiccups. If you don't, however, Sam will end up on the beach. Because Sam is a human, yet he has specialties which allow him to be able to go to the other world and back, as Kojima stated in an interview with Game Reactor. Well, he is human, but what's so special about him is that he has specialties where he can go to the other world and back, repatch it. Basically, he's a special person that can't die. He goes to a beach in between the real world and the world of the dead. And later on, he goes to confirm the scenes in the first two trailers are the beach where he ends up if he loses a fight with one of the BTs. Here he has to go and search for his body in order to get back to the real world. Now that you got a little insight in the game itself, let's talk about the multiplayer aspect of the game. Although you're all by yourself and there won't be any real-time connection with other players, there are several ways you meet other players. When you connect a part of the world to the Chiral network, you'll be able to see things and structures left by and built by other players. And you'll be able to help people build their structures or finish the delivery they were not, for whatever reason, able to finish. Mr. Kojima based his multiplayer aspect on what he calls the ladder theory. Mr. Kojima wants people to think about other people's actions instead of just having real-time connections to just get the answers. He wants people to connect on a deeper level instead of a shallow communication that happens nowadays. Make you think about each other's motives for certain actions and moves. And instead of a reward system in the game, like any sort of currency, he created the like system. The like system is not so much about achievement as it is about appreciation. Instead of earning any form of currency, you can gain likes because other people appreciate what you built, pointed out, or did for them in any possible way. There is no dislikes or thumbs down, just likes. If your structure doesn't get that many likes, it might disappear over time, but you won't get downvoted or punished in any way. In a game that is dark and lonely in itself, this is a positive little addition to make you feel like you're not as alone, and makes you feel appreciated. Now, if you like this video and you want to know more about Death Stranding, keep an eye out for the channel because I'm going to be covering a lot more about this amazing game. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.